Hey, it's Martin here. Welcome back to the channel. I wanted to make a video on how to stay motivated all the time. I constantly get asked, Martin, how do you stay so motivated to take care of your sugar levels? How do you stay so motivated to be on top of your diabetes and et cetera, et cetera? And I'm going to give you my secrets in this video. I'm going to tell you what helps me stay motivated and have a never-ending drive to continue to keep on going and to hit my goals, especially my type 1 diabetes goals. This video is especially for you if you feel like sometimes you're there, sometimes you're not, sometimes you're motivated, sometimes you're not, sometimes you feel like it, sometimes you don't, and you're constantly back and forth and you want to improve. You tell yourself, okay, enough is enough. I'm going to take my health to the next level. This video is going to help you. It's going to give you I'm going to give you my strategy that I use, and also the strategies that I help my type 1 diabetic clients in the beginning set up, because it's very important. So I'm going to give you my secrets, and that is my why equals my how. The reason how I'm so motivated, quote unquote, because I'm not always motivated. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Motivation comes and goes. Some days I feel like doing it, some days I don't. But I am disciplined. I am consistent. I know what I want out of life, and I'm not settling for anything less than what I want. And in order for me to hit in order for me to tell you how I do it, I have to tell you my secret is setting up my why. Because if you set yourself with a big enough why, that equals to your how. If your why is big, you can move mountains. I promise you. It's amazing what you're capable of doing as a human being. We're meant to overcome certain struggles. And when you set your mind into a place where you come from an empowering place, your emotions everything's gonna lead you to want to take care of and improve your diabetes. So I'm going to give you some examples of what I'm talking about so you have a clear understanding. So when I was first diagnosed with diabetes, I wanted to avoid diabetic complications. And that is why I take such good care of my health. It's because I want to avoid prevent anything that can happen in the future. I don't want to say, I wish I would have done something earlier in my life. And that is where I'm coming from. Now, my biggest why is so I don't have to deal with diabetic complications. But then I kind of branched off to that, and I went deeper, and I dug deeper, and I sat there and I wrote down, okay, this is the reason why I'm going to take such good care of my diabetes. And I started brainstorming all these reasons, and I came up with amazing things. And I'm going to share with you some of them from the top of my head. But I have this written down where I constantly go over it. Sometimes I write it again, and this kind of cements this never-ending drive of why I need to be doing this. So like I said, the main reason why is to avoid diabetic complications, but when I dig deeper into that, it's so I can have a family, so I can see my children grow old, so I can make sure my mom doesn't see me suffer because of diabetes, so I can stay healthy in order to play with my kids. So my wife, I can provide for my wife. I can be there for my wife. She doesn't have to worry about me and my health. I'm going to be strong and healthy for her, for my family, for the people around me, for my clients, for my business. I want to make sure that my sugar levels are good so I can provide to the world the best of me. I want to also make sure my sugar levels are good so I don't have crazy mood swings. You see how I'm going? It's just, and I can keep on going and going and going. And the reason why is because I sat there just writing it all out. And I put all my why in a paper, and I made it very visual for myself. And it's not about motivation at this point. It's just about being disciplined and persistent for the goals that I have in my life, for what I'm actually trying to achieve, for what I'm actually trying to do in this lifetime. It's very important for me to kind of write it all down so I could see it. And that is what gives me that never-ending drive. For me, I'll be honest with you, you might think I'm crazy for even saying this, but type 1 diabetes for me is not as hard as it used to be. To me now, it's just, it became more of a habit. It became more of my normal. It became just, okay, I got to do this and that. But it all started with that mindset of figuring out why I need to do this. Because once you understand your why, it becomes your how. And there's not one size fits all approach to diabetes. Some people go vegan, some people go low carb, some people go keto, some people do whatever it may be. It's not about, which way is the correct way. It's all depends on you. But the one thing that you got to focus is to make sure that you have good control over your sugar levels so you can prevent any complications that could occur in the future. And that's me trying to inspire you. Trust me, I know that diabetes may seem really hard and really random, but the more you get the hang of it, the more you understand yourself, the more you can figure out your body, the more you track, the more you learn how to eat properly as a type 1 diabetic, this disease gets easier for you. Let me rephrase that. The type 1 diabetes doesn't get easier, but you just get better. You get better at managing it, but you have to make sure you're coming from a strong foundation. You want to be like a tree with deep roots. You want your roots to be deep, so when the wind blows left and the wind blows right, it doesn't knock you over because your foundation is strong. You know your why, you know your purpose, you know what you want out of this life, and you're not going to settle until you get that. And when you set that strong why, when you set yourself, and I guarantee if you're watching this video and you stuck to the end, I want to give you a little task to do. Sit there for 20 minutes, maybe on your iPhone notes, or maybe if you're old school like me, get pen and paper and write down the reason why it's important for you to take care of your sugar levels. And I guarantee to you that this one exercise can really open you up to a new life. It's powerful what can happen once you set your roots deep. And everybody wants to see you healthy. Nobody wants to see you suffer from this disease. And you are meant to overcome. You can overcome this, especially with the technology and the resources that we have nowadays. It's definitely something that is manageable. And I know it's not hard, but it's some tough love. I want to inspire you to keep on pushing. And if you need help as a type 1 diabetic, if you're struggling, if you need some sort of support, if you feel like you can't do this by yourself, and you would like me to personally walk you step by step into improving your A1Cs, teaching you how to manage type 1 diabetes effectively, giving you a clear-cut strategy of what you need to do every day, show you exactly how I manage my diabetes and how I'm able to maintain A1Cs in the low fives. Yes, I'm a type 1 diabetic with A1Cs in the low fives. If you want my help, click on the link below. It's going to take you to my website. And that website, you're going to watch a free video that I made specifically if you're trying to improve the control you have over your sugar levels and improve your A1Cs. Watch that video. Then you're going to apply. You're going to hit apply for a strategy session. You're going to fill out the applications. And then I'm going to give you a call and we'll set something up. I look forward to talking to you. And remember, you got this. Don't let this disease stop you. Don't feel like just because you have this, the world is over. No, keep your vibes high. That's the most important thing. If your vibes are high, you're gonna do better. If your emotions are low and your negativity, that's when things are gonna be really hard to get out of. So sometimes you kind of have to fake a smile sometimes, and I know that's easier said than done. But hey, I'm there for you if you need me. So keep on going. Let's do this. Let's crush this.